Hi, welcome to another video. Today I am going to show you some of the capabilities of CoPilot inside Excel. CoPilot has been included into many of the Microsoft Office apps. It brings a native bot experience into those apps. But is it as good as many on the internet are claiming it to be? Let's test it and see for ourselves, shall we? In this first demo, I enter the prompt format the values in column rain millimeters where cell value is greater than 100. And we can see it did work. The next prompt I test is as follows. Delete all rows where the value in the rain millimeters is greater than 100. The response is, sorry, I can't delete rows. In the next demo, I type, add 3 rows to the end of the table with random values. The response says done. But let's check. And you can see that the 3 rows added were completely empty and they weren't at the end either. So that failed. The next demo text is, delete those rows that have empty values in all of their columns. The result is, sorry, I can't delete rows. The next demo text is, create a new column that calculates the difference between columns email tmax degrees C and tmin degrees C. The result suggests a formula and asks us if we want to insert that new column. This is a success. The next test is as follows. Format green those values in column temperature difference that is greater than 7. The result was that it couldn't do it. Examining the column itself, and I can see it is not formatted as numbers. So, I changed the formatting and again tried the same question. And again, it did not work. I opened the workbook in Excel desktop and again asked the same question. And again it failed. The next test is using the suggested question as shown. Show a suggestion for a formula column. Here, it provided the formula to find the average monthly temperature, but only by dividing the sum of the max and min temperatures by 2. So, not a very accurate suggestion. So, now that we have a column correctly formatted as numbers with the generation of the new average temperature column, let's go back and revisit the formatting question. Format those values in the average temperature column green when the value is greater than 20. And so, filtering for those values, we can see that, yes, indeed, it did work. So, let's now try and deal with those error rows we created previously. I enter the following question. Delete those rows that have an error in the column average temperature. And, as previously, CoPilot cannot make structural changes to a table. That is, it can't delete columns or, as in this case, delete rows either. So, our next question is about graphs. I enter the following question. Create a line chart comparing columns average temperature and y. And as you can see, it worked. It produced a pivot table and from that the chart. Here, I go to the Field Settings panel. For the next question, I apply a filter as follows. Filter the column rain MM for those values greater than 100. As you can see, I forgot to use the word values and CoPilot still understood my question. Here, we can see the table filtered. If you recall, we had previously colored those values as red. My next question is copy those filtered rows to a new worksheet. And it fails. My next question is create an Excel Office script that adds a column to the end of the table containing random numbers starting from 0 to 199. So, it produced a script. But does it work? I copy it to the clipboard and create a new script. And immediately, there are errors in it. So, I start cleaning it up. I have to update it, and when I run it, it does create a new column of random numbers. So, a partial success there. So, one final question. Rename column 1 as rand column. This, too, fails. So, it can't even rename columns. Microsoft has a long way to go to improve CoPilot for Excel. First thing is to improve the table functionality. Next is to enable CoPilot to operate on all objects, not just one single table one. 3 out of 10 is my result for this functionality.
That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and remember, I love you all,